Hello, hockey fans! Welcome back to the Hockey Flow. My name is Josh, and today is Friday, May 13th. That's right, Friday the 13th. Ooh, a little spooky, but nah, it's all right. You're in good hands here. Thank you so much for joining me again. Your one-stop shop for everything hockey, coming to you daily now. We did have three exciting games to get to today, so I'm really excited to talk about those. Have two Game 7s as a result of tonight, and we do have one series clincher, so I'm very excited to get into all the action from tonight's games, all the storylines from those. And we also are going to get into my picks for tomorrow night's game as well. We did all right tonight. Didn't quite make 500, but we'll get into that as well. We are going to conclude the evening with another article deep dive, a little bit different tonight. We're not going to the Athletic. We're actually going to a local website, PGH Now. It's a local Pittsburgh website, and I found a neat little article by Dave Molinari. Let's just say it's a very biased piece on the Crosby Trouba hit and kind of a scathing indictment on officiating in the NHL. So I thought that one would be a lot of fun to go through. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's jump into all the action from today. All right, so we did have three games, as I said. First up, Rangers, Penguins, and man, this was a good one. Story of the game had to be no Sidney Crosby. He did end up having concussion-like symptoms. I know they like to leave us with that vague upper body injury, but no, he did end up having concussion symptoms, so positive vibes your way, Mr. Crosby. Hate to see it, especially with his concussion history, but hopefully he'll be back for Game 7. That is the result of the evening. We will have a Game 7 between these two, and I'm excited. I should have went with my Game 7 heart when we were picking games yesterday, but that's okay. We'll do better next time, but this game was still exciting. The goal here we're going to see is from Chris Kreider. He put the Rangers on top, and I guess you could say they never looked back. But from Penguins' standpoint, boy, it'd be nice to have Yari back in net for Game 7. I saw a comment on Twitter that, boy, if he can walk, he needs to be out there. Domingue, he did his best, valiant effort, good for him, but I think that magic's kind of worn out. So Rangers fans, if no Crosby again Game 7, I think we're going to go with you, but if Crosby's back, Malkin, dang, he tried his best, we're going to win it for seed. It's great, so, got the Malkin jersey on, a big fan, but couldn't pull it out tonight, that's okay. All right, moving on to Panthers Caps, and this is the clincher of the evening. Panthers did wrap up the series against the Caps. Man, I'm sorry, Caps fans. You had a good season. A little disappointing. Probably would have wanted to finish a little higher in the standings and not have to face the probably best team outside the Avalanche in the NHL right now, regular season team, I guess. But overall, you guys put up a really valiant effort, man. 4-2 series win for the Panthers, but this one could have been easily 4-2 Caps as well. Panthers played well in this game. TJ Oshie did have another goal, though, for the Caps, so good for him. Man, I'm going to have to start calling him Captain America, I think, at some point with that Olympic background, that shootout. Goodness, I still like to go back and watch that now. But, yes, I digress. Panthers, you guys looking strong. Nice way to wrap out the series. I look forward to round 2 for you guys. Get some rest. Hopefully you guys are firing on all cylinders again. Carter Verhaeghe scored the overtime winner here. It was an exciting game. This one was great. So definitely a close one. But sorry, Caps fans. Maybe next season. Flames Stars, you guys wrapped up the evening tonight, and I did pick the Stars. This was the one game I did get right today. So we were 1-2. I did not pick the Caps. I did not pick the Panthers. I should have, but I wanted to see another Game 7. But Stars Flames, you guys did not disappoint. This one was a fun game. It was close throughout. Ottinger played really well. Markstrom even had a couple good saves. We're seeing a goal by Hintz here. Yeah, about time Ropa gets one. So good for you, Stars fans, making Flames go Game 7. I won't complain about that either. But yeah, it was a fun one. Close to the end. Stars put one in, make it 4-2 at the very end. But overall, competitive game. Fun to watch. As a neutral, I'm all for kind of making the Flames work here, or excuse me, as an Oilers fan, but as a outside neutral, this was a fun one. All right, moving on to picks. As you can see, our record 14-12. Yeah, we're just a little above 500. That is with last night's 1-2, but that's okay. But we do have games. We have 3 tomorrow night, 3 Game 7s. I love it. Yes, the chaos. Got to admit, I don't know how much chaos we're going to see, though. I think for this first game, Bruins-Hurricanes, I think the Canes are going to continue the trend. Ever since someone pointed that out to me that that the home team has won every game, kind of just makes sense to continue that trend, right? Canes are going to show up. Hopefully they wear those black uniforms and just show out. So Canes, I think you guys are going to take it. Lightning, Maple Leafs. This one probably going to be game of the evening, to be honest. I am going to go with the Lightning. I picked the Lightning to win the series. I think I picked them in 6, but you know what? 7, that'll do too. This series has just been so great. And last game, we finally got a little bit of a close one with some inner back and forth as opposed to these one-sided, big swinging games. But I think this one, Lightning are going to win on the road. They're going to come out on top. Maybe another squeaker, but hey, winning is winning. Vin Diesel taught us that a long time ago. Oilers, Kings, I'm not even going to, we're just going to cut to the chase. Oilers are going to win this puppy, right? Game 7, let's go Oilers. We got this. We've been playing great, didn't play too good, I guess, the last couple, but, overall, I'm going to focus on the good. We're going to forget the bad. Hopefully Draisaitl's doing okay. I didn't even realize that he had gotten hurt and that it was a dirty hit. Darn it. That's what I get for trying to record at the same time as that game's ending. But hopefully Draisaitl's okay. McDavid, man, he looked like a man possessed. Evander Kane has been playing great. 7 goals this series. Good for him. Oilers, let's go Oilers. Absolutely. All right, so this one's going to be fun. This is the article of the day. This is coming to us from PGH Hockey Now. This is a website from the Pittsburgh area, and Dave Molinari wants to take a whack at Crosby's head. Get in line. I guess he's bitter. No, that's funny. But the article itself is actually really interesting to look at from an outside perspective. I'm a big fan of Sidney Crosby's game and who he is and all of that. But I had never really taken a gander at his background and how the officiating kind of treats him. I know Connor McDavid earlier in the year was very vocal about not getting calls, and I hadn't really thought about, is Crosby similar, but this is not necessarily like that. This is more so, these are very egregious, borderline dirty, probably dirty hits. The one in question here is the hit from the other evening. Penguins, Rangers, Jeremy Trouba, and Sidney Crosby. We'll take a look at it right now, and the resulting play, Crosby's not playing. He's got a concussion. It looked dirty, kind of, from my opinion, right here, but looking at it a few different times, you do see that his stick does get caught underneath his blade a little bit, and he kind of falls into it. It's difficult to say, right? Like, hockey's a tough sport, a lot of moving parts. You guys are on skates. I mean, there's a lot to it. But Trouba has a history, right? Even within this game, he came after Getzel, first minute, threw an elbow in the head. So we can't be doing that. That stuff, there's no place for that in the game. And with that reputation, then you do something like this, and everyone's going to assume the worst and assume you had ill intent. But the article is really cool because it's actually coming from a Penguins author, and he's very obviously pro Crosby and pro that this was an absolute dirty hit and shouldn't be allowed. And he actually takes the opportunity to look at a past example of the 2011 Winter Classic. That's where Crosby first had the concussion issues. Crosby just got destroyed, and there wasn't anything really resulting from it. And that's kind of the point. It happens again here from Trouba, and he doesn't even it doesn't even warrant a meeting about it. Maybe take a look. I understand, again, there are outside factors to it, but this article is a great example of local bias at its best, and it's fun to see, right? As a Penguins fan, yeah, you're upset. Your best player's not playing in probably one of the most important games of the year, if not the most important game of the year. I would be upset too. Connor McDavid gets hurt. Right now, I'm upset with Leon Draisaitl. Anderson on the Kings, that was a dirty play. He shouldn't have done that. So I get it, and the article is really neat. It does talk about possible retaliation. How can the Penguins get back at him? And conventional wisdom says, yeah, we're just going to take out Panarin or something like that. Well, no. He actually makes the point. The best retaliation would be to stick it to him and win the game. And I agree. Let them pack their bags and stew on it. But overall, it is a call to officiating in the NHL has been poor this postseason in particular, but the whole season, the ups and downs. It's not even peaks and valleys. It's just a lot of valleys, right? So it was interesting to see a very biased take, but it still shares the same opinion of the common man, if you will, of the NHL. So I would highly recommend it. Always neat to see local opinions and see what folks are saying about their teams. We'll do more of these local deep dives. It's always neat to get to see these things. But yeah, let me know what you think about the article. Let me know what you think about the Crosby hit. I'd love to know how you guys are doing on my picks as well, if you're following those, or if you're just taking some. Maybe you're doing the opposite, right? That wouldn't be bad either. But whatever it is, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much again. If you made it this far with me, I really do appreciate it. We're just going to continue to keep bringing videos each day. I love hockey, and I love talking about it with other people that enjoy it. So please, if you do enjoy the content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be bringing you videos every day. You can find me over on Twitter at the HockeyFlow22. But yeah, until next time, cheers.